It's a unique therapeutic intervention that basically atomizes and natural compounds that are found in on the earth. It takes these natural compounds and shovels it into the body. That helps to provide two major things: hydration for the cells and nutrition and food for the cells. And then from there, that provides the building blocks to enable the body to heal itself. Hi, my name is Karl. I'm a chartered physiotherapist based here in Southeast London. I specialize in musculoskeletal injuries as well as orthopedic rehab. From a physiotherapeutic perspective, I offer a range of different treatments, everything from shock wave to ultrasound, which is therapeutic ultrasound, manual manipulation techniques, spinal and peripheral joint manipulation, dry needling, intramuscular stimulation, otherwise known as acupuncture, and a range of different functional rehabilitation exercises to try to optimize the individual's health. I don't like seeing people suffer. I like to offer in the fastest possible way and time a service that can bring them back to their baseline level of function. A few things really. I'd like to be able to, first and foremost, create more awareness of this available service. Number one, in terms of the physio side of it. But what complements the physiotherapy is the nanotherapy. So, there's people who unfortunately can't tolerate high levels of pain, and sometimes with physiotherapy and rehabilitation, it can be uncomfortable for certain individuals, and they're not very happy having to have to experience that level of discomfort, and sometimes will probably abort the mission of trying to rehab to their full potential because pain is too excruciating. So that's where nano is very, very effective, and it can help alleviate the individual's pain, but in a pain-free way. I mean, there's so many things out there that people are offering in terms of various different forms of interventions and treatments. While some of them look very, very effective, I still like to keep things traditional, and at the same time, I'm still open to the idea of new concepts, new treatments, and so forth. So I think that I'm bringing very ancient techniques and combining that with cutting-edge, state-of-the-art therapies such as nano, which make it enable me to compete with any practitioner out there. It varies. From a physiotherapeutic perspective, a lot of them are kind of shocked with the type of pressure and force that I can exert on them. And they sometimes think that it's a little bit excessive, but it's only when they see the other side. The outcome is satisfactory and beyond, so it exceeds a lot of their expectations because I pay attention to detail. Well, it seems that there is there's always been this divide between traditional medicine and alternative medicines, and there sometimes is it appears to me that there's a bit of a tug of war between the two factions. However, I noticed that there are people that are much more open and receptive to investigating and trying out with more alternative type therapies, because they're becoming more and more innovative over time, and they have adequate amounts of research to support and underpin the practices of these new alternative inputs. And so on the other side, I know there's medical advancements, and I know that allopathic or traditional medicine has its way, but there's always something that is a give and take with it. You know, they can make improvements, but unfortunately there are side effects. Yeah, and you know, with the correct channels, I'd like to think that the world will move in a direction where it's going back to more natural-based approaches. I think, if possible, it's and given time, the world hopefully will move in that direction. And that's an idealistic thought of mine. But there's other ways of doing things. It's not just fixed in one model. And I think that's important for people to realize. I think they realize that I'm very direct, and there's an honesty and a workmanship that I tend to kind of emit, you know, and a lot of people want to get the results, and they don't want to be dragged along continuously forever with constant interventions, whether it be analgesics and painkillers and surgery. They don't really want to go down that road, and I think that they see me as an alternative option to offer natural manual interventions, which is something that I've noticed is diminishing from a physiotherapeutic perspective. A lot of it is being pushed from an exercise perspective, which is great, and there's a lot of value in that. But I think people also recognize that being able to be, the power of touch is super important. You know, it helps to organize and re-educate the nervous system in a general sense, and it's vital to the body as food, air, and breath. You know, so considering the fact that things are kind of moving in a very distant way of treating, I think people still like that tangible touch, the face-to-face, the manual physical interactions. They see a great value in that, and that's why I think people tend to come to me. I did it to complement my work, and I heard of the improvements that some of the patients were experiencing through my doctor colleague friend, and I thought to myself, well, I want to kind of be ahead of the curve, if in terms of new innovative technologies that are non-painful, non-invasive, and I thought that would add to my practice. Yeah, I primarily had used it on my face, and I found that it helped to improve the texture. It helped to balance the oils. It helped to close the pores and reduce the lines, you know, and I didn't second take a lot of the times looking in the mirror like I did a year ago, to say, for example. So, you know, I don't regard myself as somebody that's very conscious of my facial features, but it was something that I just wanted to really investigate and try for myself. And so, and if I'm going to be, selling the product, then I do need to sample it. And I've been very happy with the changes and the results and the outcome. I think overall immune health is very, very good, because I've been around every sick person you can think of, and I have not broken down at all. And number two, the healing, whether it be a facial issue, whether it be a physical issue, it's the facilitation of healing. I try to explain to them that it's not a immediate, quick fix intervention. It's something that requires a little bit of discipline and a bit of patience. And if they have those two characteristics, and they actually allow for that, for the treatment to take place and take hold, they will start to make the improvements that they're looking for. I've had a few patients that responded very, very positively after just one or two treatment sessions. Back pain, shoulder pain, and even with an individual that had bronchial problems, so it helped to clear their chest as well. So I found that quite beneficial. I would recommend it. Primarily because it's very user-friendly. I would just explain to them that it's a bit tricky to obviously get the word out, because it's such a new type of therapy, and so they have to be patient with the marketing of it, if you will, and but the idea is, when you do have patients that respond positively to it, they'll be able to speak on your behalf as well, and they themselves will help to spread the good word. It's looking positive. It's looking really positive, because you can't argue with outcomes. You can't argue with results. And it's, from a health perspective, it's got potential that is even tapped fully yet. So it's not a limited level of potential. It's, at this stage, it's still in the discovery stages of finding out everything we can possibly do. And from a cosmetic perspective, it's not the type of therapy that is going to provide instantaneous changes. It's a graduation that happens over time, but it's something that I believe that I'd be really pleased with. Very good, very efficient, and quick to respond. And I'm happy with that. Happy with that service.
Thank you very much, Karl, to be part of this family. Thank you.
Pleasure.